Hi there, and welcome back to Yoga with Turning Strawberry. Today we're going to move through a nice and gentle, relaxed flow, working on releasing tension and relaxing our lower back through our mid-back, and really focusing, just more or less, on stretching out a lot of the muscles that we'll engage throughout our day of lots of sitting or lots of standing. So, if you wouldn't mind joining me, we're going to come to a nice seated position right in the middle of our mat. And this is where we will begin. Just taking a few breaths here, feeling our sit bones ground into the mat, feeling our spine lengthen, hands resting nice and easy on the tops of our knees. We're going to take a few more breaths here. Today's flow is going to be focused on releasing any pressure that we might have stored in our back. If there's uncomfortable pain, today might help just release a little bit of that. One more big inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to gently roll forward, placing our hands on the mat, shifting our weight into our knees, and we're going to come into Balasana, or child's pose. Knees are the width of our mat, feet together, and we're going to settle our weight down into our heels. Stretching our hands nice and easily in front of us, we're going to slowly lower our chest down into the mat. Lowering our forehead, maybe our chin, maybe dropping the chest. We're going to come here for just a few more breaths. On your inhales, reach your hands further in front of you, lengthening through the spine as you press your sit bones closer and closer to your heels. Feeling your chest drop lower towards the mat. Maybe if there's a little more space, you're able to lift your arms, flipping your palms, and walk them down towards your sides. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the elbows. Feeling the stretch spread across our shoulders. Nice and even. With each breath, we're imagining we're puffing our lungs up, filling them up towards the sky. And with each exhale, we're releasing a little further. One more inhale here. And exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our hands back up towards the top of the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly come back up, walking our hands closer to a kneeling position. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, hands on the tops of our thighs. Just feeling our bodies settle in. One more inhale here. We're going to slowly move our hands to our sides. And exhale, shifting our weight to one side, moving the feet out in front of us. Placing our feet flat on the mat, we're going to slowly lower down. Taking a few breaths here, feeling our back stretch out. One more inhale here. And exhale completely. On the next inhale, we're going to move into Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Inhale, drawing the knees up to our center, extending the hands out. We're going to grab the outside of our feet. If this is a little too difficult, you can use your peace fingers to grab for the big toes. And if this is still a little too much, you can grab for the calves or the back of the thighs. With our hands in position, we're going to work on curling the spine down flat into the mat, drawing our shoulder blades back. We want a nice flat surface while we have our feet happily here, just hanging out. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths, just feeling our hips open, drawing our pelvis down flat to the mat. And as we breathe, we're slowly opening those hips, slowly drawing the feet wider, opening the knees to the outside of the body. As you're here, shoulders are flat, neck is relaxed, head is relaxed, and maybe we take a gentle rock right along the sacrum, rolling out the tension. Nice even breaths, feeling that lengthening, feeling the massage on your lower back and spine, through the hips and the glutes. One more here, and exhale back to center. One more deep breath here, Uddiyana Bandha, hollowing out the stomach. We're pulling our stomach up into our ribs, back flat on the mat, and exhale, releasing the feet and allowing our legs to come back down to the mat. Feet flat on the mat, hands at our side. We're going to take our right leg and lower it flat to the mat. So left leg is at a 45-degree angle, right leg is flat. Inhale here. And exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to draw that right leg up, bending it and placing the ankle right on top of that left knee. We're going to move into supine half chair. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. We're going to reach and take right behind the thigh, flexing both of our feet, keeping those shoulders flat on the mat, keeping the hips flat on the mat. We want a nice length all through the back. Aiming for a 90-degree angle in that left knee. We draw the right leg closer to our bodies by gently pulling closer on that left thigh. Neck is relaxed, shoulder is relaxed, hips are flat on the mat. And just breathe. One more inhale here, squeezing the leg a little closer, and exhale, releasing both legs completely down to the mat. One big inhale here, and One big exhale. Inhale, lifting the right foot flat onto the mat. We're going to do figure 4 chair left side. Inhale, lifting the left foot up, placing it on the back of the right knee, flexing that left foot. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, raising the right leg, reaching behind that right thigh, interlacing the fingers if that's available, and pulling it closer. Keeping the hips, keeping the pelvis flat on the mat, keeping the shoulders flat on the mat. Neck is relaxed. And we're going to settle in here. Figure 4 can be practiced in the supine position, and it can also be practiced in the standing position. When practiced while standing, it's great working on your balance, and it also works all of the rotator muscles around the hip. We're stretching out all of our glutes, we're stretching out our hips, feeling that stretch through the inner thigh. One more inhale, pulling the knee closer, and exhale, releasing all the way down to the mat. One big inhale here, and one big exhale. We're going to inhale, lifting that right foot back to the mat, and we're going to move into supine twist, teeing the arms out beside us, palms face down. We're going to inhale here, lengthening the spine, pressing the shoulder blades into the floor, into our mat, and exhale, gently rotate, sending the left knee over our body. Send the gaze over the right shoulder, keeping the right shoulder firmly planted on the mat. Only allow your body to twist as far as you can while keeping the integrity of that contact with your right shoulder. Stretching that right arm out wide. We're just going to relax here. Keeping the left leg engaged quad, point your toes. With each inhale, creating more space, and with each exhale, releasing a little further into the twist. One more inhale here, and release completely. Inhale, bring the body back to center, planting the foot firmly on the mat, straightening the spine, and exhale, send the leg long. On our next inhale, bringing that left foot and planting it flat on the mat. Inhale here, and exhale, supine twist second side. Send the left knee over our right side body, sending the gaze to the left side. Keeping the integrity, keeping that contact of our left shoulder flat on the mat. We're not forcing our knee down into the ground. We're just letting gravity do the work for us. Keeping our extended leg nice and firm. Feeling the stretch. One more inhale here. And exhale. Release completely. Inhale, sending the left leg back to center, planting the left foot flat on the mat. Inhaling here, and exhale, releasing both legs down to the mat. We're going to take an inhale here. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to roll over to our bellies. Rolling over, we're going to move into Bujangasana or Cobra pose. So we're going to start with baby Cobra here. Planting our hands firmly below our shoulders, feet extended long on the mat behind us. We're relaxing our legs. Feet are about hips width apart, feeling our hip bones ground into the mat. And we're just hanging out here. We're going to take one more big inhale here, and on our next exhale, we're going to push our hands into the mat, pushing the ground away from us, and slowly begin to lift the body, keeping the elbows tight, keeping the shoulders pulled together into the center line of our body. We're going to keep our gaze straight ahead. And as we start to arch our back, we're keeping our quads engaged, our toes long on the mat behind us. And with each breath, we're letting our breath lift us a little higher. Releasing the tension in the glutes, releasing the tension in our lower back. On our next inhale, pushing a little higher. As we push, we're actually going to shift the direction of our muscle engagement, and we're going to pull. It's going to feel like we're pulling the mat back towards our hips. This is going to draw the shoulder blades together behind us. Raising us up just a little bit higher. One more inhale here, and release back down to the mat. Picking a side to lie our head, releasing the arms to our sides. Release your body completely. One more big inhale here. And exhale. On the next inhale, returning the hands just below our shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Bujangasana round 2. Inhale, lifting a little bit higher, feeling the engagement through our middle back. Pulling the mat back towards us. Releasing the glutes. Maybe lifting a little higher. One more inhale here, and exhale. Come all the way down. Coming to the mat, releasing our hands to our sides. Feeling the tension release out of our glutes, out of our lower back. Fully relax. Just take a few breaths here. One more inhale here. And exhale, releasing completely. Inhale, bringing the hands back by your shoulders, straightening your gaze. Bujangasana, round 3, final round. Inhale, lifting as high as you can go, or moving into full Cobra. Maybe you have enough space to straighten those arms. Gaze is shifted upwards. Feet are grounded into the mat. Quads are nice and grounded, but we're relaxed through our glutes and through our hips. Few deep breaths here, feeling the stretch through abdominals. One more big inhale here, stretching as far as you can. And exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, we're going to move straight into tabletop, pressing up through the mat, shifting our knees underneath of us. Inhale and exhale, pushing back. We're moving into child's pose. Back to Balasana, feeling the stretch in the lower back. Maybe we move into Balasana with prayer hands, pulling the arms out further in front of us, planting the elbows firmly into the mat. We move our hands together into prayer. If this feels good through the upper back and shoulders, then maybe we bring the hands up to the back of our heads and rest our hands on our neck. Feel the lengthening through the lower back. Feel the stretch across the shoulders and down the triceps. Feel the stretch up the neck. One more inhale here. And exhale, returning the hands to the mat. Inhale, coming back up to tabletop. And exhale, turning over to an easy seat. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. If you wish to move into Shavasana from here, feel free to lie back and take a few breaths here. However, this is the end of our practice for today. Ending at an easy seat, I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.